Sorry about that. It's 4:30 a.m. It's time to start my day. Oh, boy. It's pretty early. So today is going to be the last day that we'll be open at the gym for a while. So I thought I'd make a video and follow through my last day. On Wednesdays I get up early because I teach class at 6:15. So as you can see, get some bags under my eyes. It's a pretty early day. The reason I get up at 4:30 when I have to be at the gym at 6, it's just because I feel like I want to provide the best possible experience for someone at 6, in the morning. Just the same experience I would provide somebody at 4 in the afternoon. That's always been important to me, that they get the same level of service. I'm awake, I'm not dragging my ass or anything like that. So thusly, I get up super early, and we're going to follow through the day and show you what an average day is like. All right, here I am at work. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to hit some lights. We'll see who shows up this morning, since we're going to be closed anyway. The likelihood is some people may just not show for work, for workouts, that is. But you know what? I'm here. This is our last day before we have a 2-week shutdown. I definitely wasn't going to skip it. As you can see, our floors are broken off a little bit. And we did that, oops, hit those lights quick. We did that to try to make sure that we're safer than other people. Our spaces are broken off in 8 by 6 foot spaces. And the reason for that is to make sure that people were better spaced than even we were supposed to do. That's it, guys. Drive that shoulder back. Squeeze your back, squeeze your back, squeeze your back. "15 seconds left on this side." So it is interesting. I keep getting people asking me, well, gyms are closed. What are you going to do? I'm going to close. I'm going to do what the government suggests I do and toe the line. Is it frustrating? 100% it's frustrating. And it's frustrating insofar as this. I don't have a gym that you would think of a classic, Good Life. And I'm not picking on Good Life, but a Good Life type classic gym. I don't have that. We have a ton of open space. I mean, just look behind me. That is how we look all the time. We don't share equipment. We don't have people wandering in off the street, lifting weights and nobody watches them. Our clientele it's PT based, basically it's PT and class based, and classes were, 6 to 8 feet apart from each other. We broke it off to 6 by 8 foot squares on purpose because we're trying to do more than was necessary. We're trying to make sure that we're healthier and safer than everybody is even asking us to be. So that's frustrating. People are not sharing machinery here. We don't share equipment. If you're with in a PT situation, when you're doing training, we clean all the equipment for you. So we're a very different thing than a classic gym, and that's what's frustrating, because when you're different than everybody else, than a classic gym, you get lumped in with the classic gym, and people say, okay, well, you're the same as they are, you're just a gym. We're not, and that can be super frustrating because we're doing our part, we're doing the things that are necessary, and we're still lumped in and we're still closed. So this here is the glamorous part about owning a business. The cleaning of bathrooms, floors. People always say to me, Devin, it must be super fun to own your own business, which it is. It is super fun. I enjoy it. I like every part of it. Outside of the cleaning bathrooms, toilets, and mopping the floor all the time. I'm an excellent floor mopper now. I'm 10 years in, but it does get tiring, and that's the glamorous part. When you're grinding, mopping floors, that's the part you really enjoy. All right, here we are at Symmetry Wellness. This is for my physio appointment with Waylon. Waylon is the bomb. He's the best physio, I swear, anywhere. If you want to get better, this is the guy to go to, Waylon at Symmetry. The reason I go to physio is I had an accident. I had a motorcycle accident. Got sideswiped by a truck. Not the summer past, but the summer before. And my neck, shoulder, and back were messed up pretty good. But Waylon Porter at Symmetry Wellness. Dude is a machine. Like, I am significantly better than I was. It's coming. I have great hopes that sooner or later I will be back on top. Anyway, Waylon has done a great job. He's definitely worth going to check out. So sometimes you have to leave an appointment and leave the gym just to be able to go get chapstick. I am not kidding. I have a chapstick problem. I am addicted to chapstick. That's the truth. I'm addicted to chapstick, and I had to go to Lawton's today and get some chapstick because I forgot it this morning, and it has been driving me nuts all day. Hey there, Coach Devin here. Yesterday I did a video and had some positive and negative response to it, and I do want to clear up a couple, well, really one thing about it before I talk a little bit about shutdowns and my thoughts on shutdowns with gyms. In the video, I was pretty frustrated. I was frustrated because gyms have been closed, and I didn't feel that was reasonable. I made some comments about restaurants, and I want to be clear. I am not blaming restaurants or bars for outbreaks. As far as I know, and I could be 100% wrong, but as far as I know, restaurants and bars have not been the cause of outbreaks. Their staff are not overwhelmingly testing positive. That stuff isn't happening. It is the customers going in the bar who are not isolating or don't know themselves that they are positive, right? What we have seen a lot of is, posts like this morning where there's 17 potential exposures. Of those 17, 15 were bars and restaurants, 2 were gyms. What I was trying to say, and probably not very well, what I was trying to say was, look, bars and restaurants have more potential exposures than gyms. It is not the bar and restaurant's fault for this. It's because the people are coming in the door. What I was trying to put forward, probably in a not very good way, because I'm not always great at explaining what I want to say. But one of the things I wanted to touch on was the fact that I didn't think it was very fair that, we've had 8, I think 10 right now, total exposures at gyms across the board. There's only been 10 in Nova Scotia, 5 of them being Good Life and Fit for Less. So really only 5 at small gyms like mine. That's what I was trying to put out there. So we really haven't, what was frustrating me is people are talking a lot about how, gyms are a terrible vector. Not really the case. The data doesn't put that out there. And I mean, some people took it to mean that I was blaming bars and restaurants. Not blaming bars and restaurants. And my friend Tabitha commented about that. She wasn't happy with me, and having thought about it, Tabitha, you're probably right. I owe you an apology. It was not, I'm sorry, it was not meant to vilify or rip bars and restaurants. I have gone out to eat during this pandemic. I felt safe. What really frustrates me, and the reason for my post, and so now that I've talked about bars and restaurants a little bit, let's talk about my post in general. What is frustrating is we are going into the darkest time of the year. I mean, light-wise, we're going into the darkest time of the year. We're going into the time of the year where the suicide rates are highest, where stress is highest, where people don't have money. That's where we are, right? That's what we're going into presently right now. And my frustration is gyms, and no one in government is talking about this, gyms and fitness facilities help people deal with stress. That's what we do. Listen, my biggest stress reliever is exercise. 100%. No one is talking about that. They're saying, you'll be fine. Go home. Go home. Well, listen, people who don't have jobs now or, have fewer hours, bars and restaurants, all the people who work in those, they're home. They can't work, or they're working very condensed hours. My gym, all my staff off work. It's not, this is the most stressful time of year for people, and we're closing things that help people in a positive manner. Now, what I think that the government should have looked at doing was saying, okay, look, you know what? We have some outbreaks. You need bars and restaurants. You need to change the way we're doing things. Let's cut to 25%. Let's space things out a little better. Let's do that. In gyms, let's cut to 25%. Let's space things out better. Let's make some choices that are good for your clients and good for you, so you can remain open. Shutting down across the board does not work. It's not reasonable. It's stupid. And you know what? What's frustrating is I see the mall. The mall's wide open. Good to go. Everybody goes to the mall. Sobeys, good to go. Cineplex, still open. There's been outbreaks of Cineplex. There's been exposures of Cineplex. No one is ripping into Cineplex. And I'm not ripping Cineplex. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that are open. And the only businesses that got shut down were bars and restaurants and gyms. That's it.
The rest of you are like, nah, you guys are fine. Don't worry about it. You guys have to Christmas shop. Go to the mall. It's okay. Just fewer people. Bars and restaurants, you don't need to go to those. And that's an open discussion point. Like, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I have friends that are single that, you know what, that's how they, you know, have interaction with people at the gym and bars and restaurants. So how fair is it really to shut down two sectors? Two sectors, that's all we're shutting down. Bars and restaurants and gyms. And everybody else, well, you're okay, keep going. That's not fair. That's not reasonable. And in the gym industry, we have not had the outbreaks that other people have. We haven't had the exposures, probably because there's fewer people going in general. But you know what? Those are the facts. Those are just the facts. So you know what? Nova Scotia government, open your eyes a little bit. This is not the best time of year to say, hey, everybody go home and stay home. It's not the time for that. Putting people out of work at this time, not smart. Let's make good choices. Let's make proactive choices. Let's make decisions that help people, that limit the spread of COVID-19, that do good things, and at the same time doesn't throw people out of work. Doesn't, you know, vilify one type of business like gyms, which are being vilified for a total of 10 exposures. 10. There's lots of other industries that have more exposures than we do. You know what? We're being vilified for that. And everybody says, you guys are dirty, you're cesspools. We're not. And the numbers back up what I'm saying. It's just a fact. We are not cesspools. We are important. It is very important to be healthy and fit. It helps your immune system, kids. Everybody knows that. So there is my frustration. That's what I meant to say. I probably didn't say it well yesterday. Again, Tabitha, my apologies. I did not mean to criticize bars and restaurants and say they're somehow dirty. You are not. People, be smart. If you've had interaction with somebody, go the hell home. Do your isolation piece. It'll help everybody. If you are sick, go home. But you know what? Shutting everything across the board is not helpful. It's not smart. It doesn't do good things. And in the end of the day, it will hurt some people. We will have suicides, deaths, financial problems, all kinds of stuff from some of these choices that the government's making. And some people are just saying, it's okay, who cares? Do your part. Well, you know what? If I'm closed, bars and restaurants are closed, why isn't everything else closed? It's okay to go to the mall, but the gym, totally unsafe. More people go to the gym than go to a mall than go to the gym. That's a fact. Thousands of people rolling through the mall every day. But that's okay, no worries. Nobody's going to catch that. Stupid. Stupid. You know what I don't like? I don't like unfair. And then what I find of this is this has been unfair. It's wrong. I think there's something needs to be done about it. We cannot continue to vilify certain businesses and say, you guys are all the problem. We are not the problem, especially gyms that statistically have not been the problem. All right, we're doing some body weight squats on our finisher. I told Chater 4 sets, and we're 4 sets in, but I think we have one more in us. We have one more. She's gonna do it too. You watch. You're doing it, Chater. Finishing up my squats. Chater did it. 950. There we go. See, wasn't that bad, was it, Chater? You have to drive home? Really, I just do it to her because I want to drive the Mercedes. That's the whole reason I want to drive the Mercedes. She does not drive a bike. She owns a Mercedes. I drive a Jeep. I'm not as rich as my friends. They have more money than I do. All right, so here we go. I'm heading home. It is 6 o'clock. I've been here for 12 hours. It's, I feel like I never thought I would have to do this walk again, where I'm, okay, I'm leaving and I don't have a job anymore. I thought that was a one-shot deal, to be honest. I didn't think I would have this more than once. And lo and behold, round 2. Hopefully to God, we're looking at 2 weeks. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for 2 weeks. I don't know if it's going to be 2 weeks. I'm thinking it probably will be more than 2 weeks, but let's hope for 2 weeks. That's the goal here. Gonna miss my baby, miss coming to work, miss hanging out with my clients, miss helping people. Yeah. Anyway, happy at least that at least I'm healthy. At least I'm healthy.